Welcome back to First Edition. We have a winner for driving you crazy, but first, as promised, we visited with the city, specifically the city manager, to discuss our streets and the poor condition some are in. It's all part of our Driving You Crazy series. We do it every year. Here's a look at what Peter Zanoni had to say. Say what you will about the city of Corpus Christi. We can all agree on one thing. The streets are bad.
There's no doubt about it. This city suffers and still does from decades of neglect.
Peter Zanoni would know. He's been the city manager since early 2019 and has fought to revamp public works. Budgeting increased to provide better machinery for street repairs, improving relationships with contractors, and discovering better methods specifically for repairing potholes.
Instead of filling 100 potholes, we're going to pave the whole street. That's the skin patch program.
Another popular fix in town is the rapid pavement program. Currently, the area around Baker Middle School is seeing the benefits, specifically Casa Grande Drive, which has been featured several times on Driving You Crazy.
I personally drove Casa Grande for many years when I was dropping my son off at Baker or picking him up at Baker Middle School, so that was a great example of how we don't want our streets.
Crews are already working on the rest of the neighborhood surrounding Baker, too. Improvements are clear along Galahar as well, thanks to a recent bond.
That's one of our more heavily used streets, so that's not considered a neighborhood street. But that's one like you see on Everhart, similarly, or Staples.
Speaking of Everhart,
which is the single biggest project that we have right now in our city, probably in the history of it, is actually a little bit ahead of schedule.
But repeat offenders persist. Greenwood. Some portions are being worked on, but it's still a mess. Aaron at Saratoga, who wants to pull into this South Side neighborhood? It was the 2023 winner, or loser, depending on if you want to see the worst street in town. And then there's Timbergate off Staples. Year after year, one most staff in the KIII studios agree is disgusting. So we know it is. Okay, so we're still awaiting word from the city on those 3 streets we just mentioned there. Zanoni adds that all the street repairs needed through the city will take upwards of 10 years to complete. It sounds like a lot, but when you think about this, the original estimates had those repairs finished within 60 years. We're ahead of schedule there. So far over the last year, the crews have repaired over 80 miles of roads, which is the same distance to Kingsville from here and back. And now, the time has come to announce the winner for this year's Driving You Crazy Worst Street in Town.
The final showdown was between Brownlee Boulevard and Timbergate Drive. Voted by you, the winner is, I'm gonna let JTK take it away. Come on.
Timbergate.
Timberlate.
Yeah, it's never too Timberlate.
You gotta drive slow over the
You gotta drive
potholes.
slow.
You'll be late. Exactly. So we have our whole bracket showing all the streets we featured right there. It was between Brownlee. Brownlee's the one I picked. Timbergate
Brownlee's
is
the one you
horrible.
picked.
But Brownlee's actually been mentioned more than Timbergate. But here's a look. We had a field day out there just watching cars go by, and some like to haul over these bumps thinking that's the safe route, but I don't know what your shocks are going to do. It's rough. It's just rough. It's trash.